I got the last handful of grab bag knives fixed up. I want to show them to you. And I've got some fixed knives that I want to show you as well. Coming right up. Hello everybody, and thanks for coming back for another video. This is Dave and I'm glad you're with me. So I got the grab bag knives done and I want to show you how they turned out, and then I want to show you some fixed blades after that, and then I'm going to grab another handful and we'll talk a little bit about what's coming up in the future. So to start off with, here is this knife right here. And here it is. I really didn't do a whole lot to this. The blade was in really good shape. It just had a little bit of some kind of dirt on it or whatever that I cleaned off, but I was able to retain the edge. Gave it a good cleaning down inside, gave it some oil, and gave it a little polish. So there's that little knife. And then next up we have this one right here, and here's how it turned out. Now, when I started cleaning this up, I realized somebody used this knife as a hammer, and here's a shot of that. So I had to take a file. It was a little bit bowed out from being used as a hammer. Somebody was pound on something with it. And so I filed those liners off because the blades were actually binding because of that mushed up brass. So I got that filed down and cleaned up and gave it a good cleaning. The most time I spent on this knife was getting all the crud and dirt out of the jigging. It was terrible. I've run into knives before where it's really bad, but this one was really bad. That stuff was just rock hard, all down in all those little divots. But I managed to get it cleaned out pretty good, and got her cleaned up pretty nice. And it had some good action in it. And so there's that knife. Set it over there to the side. All right, and then next up is this knife. And this is our dolphin knife. And it really didn't need a whole lot either. I just kind of cleaned it real good and polished it. I did manage to get a little bit of glue, super glue, down in the crack here to kind of hold that cracked bone together. And then I noticed it's got a little bit right here too, so I managed to get a little bit of glue in there. Cleaned the blade up without losing any of the etching of the dolphin. I used to see dolphins every day when I was out on the water as a captain. I'd see dolphins every day. Kind of miss that. So there's the dolphin knife. Next up we have this knife here, and this is our Thornton knife. And here it is. This one, the pin was coming out and it was separated. And so I got it back together, fixed the pin up, cleaned it real good down inside, left some of the patina on the blade. It has really good action. And then I kind of polished the scales up a little bit. Yeah, this is a well-made little knife. So there's that one. And then next up to show you is this one right here. And this is our fish knife that had this for a blade. Somebody had really done a number on this blade. It's basically paper thin out on the end of it. It's just asking to be broken. It's been very poorly ground, sanded on, as you can see. So here it is now. And it has a brand new blade in it, one of my blades. I'm getting very low on them. But I managed to find one The tang was fairly close to that one. I just had to do a little bit of filing. But there it is in the open position. It doesn't mate up perfectly. It's just, that's what it is. But it retains really well. And it's nice and sharp, and it's full. And it has good action. And then this was ground pretty much like the other blade, the scaler. So I cleaned that up a little bit too. And it doesn't have any markings on it now. It's an Imperial, but with me putting one of my blades in, they're not stamped. So there's our fish knife. And then next up to show you is this one here. And this is our Camp King. And here it is now. And this had a lot of, I'm not sure, I don't think it was patina. I think somebody had soaked this knife in vinegar. And it had all that black coating on it. So I left some of the patina, but just cleaned it up, made it look better. Cleaned it real good down inside. Took the handle scales off. Cleaned underneath real well. And I put 2 coats of a white enamel and then some blue enamel for color, for a splash of color on it. And so that's how our Camp King came out. And then the last pocket knife, and then I'll show you some fixed blades, is this one right here. And this is our old Kent. I love this knife, and here it is now. I left a lot of that patina, that natural patina on the main blade. I could read spiral, but underneath spiral it says punch. Pretty cool. And then that blade, and then the old style can opener. Very nice. Very nice knife right there. Okay, and then I've been working on this knife right here. And this was that case stamped blade with that really weird plastic handle on it. So now this is what it looks like so far. I still have some work to do on the blade. I haven't really done too much to that yet. But I made a guard and put a handle on it and put some spalted wild olive wood on for a handle, and then a brass thong hole in it to match the brass guard. It has a really nice feel now, the knife does, and it has somewhat of a pretty good balance now. And just like I said, need to do a little bit more work on this blade, get it cleaned up. I think it's going to clean up very nice. And we'll make a sheath for it. And there's that knife. And then in the last video, I showed this World War II theater knife. Yeah, so I gave the leather sheath a good treatment and to protect it. And I really haven't done anything but put some neat's foot oil on the stacked leather washer handle. And that's it. I'm going to leave everything else the same. Not going to do anything else to this one. I just wanted to preserve it pretty much the way I got it. So there's that. This one here, I there again treated the leather sheath. It was very light colored, and darkening it up, it kind of hid the person's name a little bit on it. But on the blade, I still have blade work to do on this. But I did manage to get that belly out of it and straightened up the edge a little bit. Now I just have to work at getting some of these scratches and stuff it has out of it. But old vintage fixed blade fish knife. I love it. Oh, and something else too, it's a left-handed sheath, which I thought was kind of strange. I'm not sure if they were all left-handed sheaths when they came out. Whenever this was made, probably in the 40s. But there's that one. And here's one I just recently bought. And it's a Utica Sportsman. And I have a number of these, but I don't have any with a sheath like this. The factory sheath in really, really good condition. This is one of the later ones, I believe, because the blade isn't stamped, it's actually etched. Let's see if we can't get that on camera. Right there, Utica Sportsman. This is the only one I have with an etched blade. The others are stamped. So I believe this one's a little bit newer. Not sure when this one was made. Has a few scratches, you can see. It has been used. But it's in really, really good shape. And the sheath is in really good shape as well. So I was happy to get this. I paid $15 for it. I thought that was pretty fair. And it's an ambidextrous sheath, this one is. You could use it left-handed or right-handed. All right, let me clear off the bench. We'll grab the bag and see what we're going to be working on. Be right back. Okay, I have our bag full of knives. Let's reach in here and see what we're going to be working on. See if I can get one of these small ones down here in the bottom. There we go. That's about as many as I can grab right there. Did we get 7? We got 6 today. We'll start off with this one right here. A coping knife. This is a Kingston coping knife. It's been sharpened down a little bit, but not too bad. Has a lot of really nice patina on the blade. It has brass liners. It has a steel bail. It's a little bit rusty, and it's not closing all the way. You can see that gap right there. I feel like it should be closing more than that, so we'll take a look at that one and fix it up. Okay, the next one we picked today is a camper's knife. Right here. Looks like a made in Ireland type. Jowett, Republic of Ireland. This one doesn't need much work at all. Looks to be in pretty good shape. These were very inexpensive knives. There's a can opener. Not a whole lot of action in that one. A little bit of dirt down inside. Doesn't look like this one has ever been used. And then it has an awl here. Yeah, it doesn't have very good action. We have a little bit on the springs here to clean off, but not too much, not too bad. This one won't take a whole lot of work at all to clean up. And we have another coping knife with a bail. This one's closing okay. Who made this one? Klein & Sons. So this is a pre-1975 Klein. Carbon steel blade in pretty good shape. Has good action, but it's missing a chunk of the handle right there, as you can see. So we're gonna have to do some work on that one. Nickel bolsters. So we'll see what we can't do to fix this one up. I see one here in front of me that needs a lot of work. Not this one. Here's another. This looks like a Germany, made in Germany type camp knife. Rostfrei, MI Germany. Made in Germany. I've never seen that MI Germany before. Yeah, I can't even get that one open. It's so stiff. It's not from rust. It's just, I don't think it's ever been used. This one has a little bit of rust on it. Slight amount, if the camera's picking that up. This is the old style can opener. Not sure how old this one is. And we have some rust here. A little bit of rust on the corkscrew. The awl on the back is very stiff. Overall, not in too bad a shape. A little bit of cleanup on that one. That one won't take a whole lot of time. Okay, and then the next to show you that I grabbed is a hawkbill. Right here. Let's see. Oh, I see a problem already. The blade looks decent. It's a short line Camillus, so that's a 46 to 50. This is an old knife. Yeah, this knife is at least 75 years old now. The liner lock's broken. You can see right there. I haven't come across that before. I'm not sure what they were doing to break that off, but yeah, they broke it off right there. The handles aren't in too bad a shape. It doesn't really look like it's been used very much at all. And the blade's in really good shape, and the handles, everything, except for that liner lock. Yeah, the only real issue with this one is the liner lock. So we'll figure something out on this one. Work on that one. And then last up to show you is this guy right here. You can see it has some missing bone issues right here. Looks like it's been repinned at some point with a very large pin, or they really pinned it over good. Let's see what the blades look like. Yeah, that's been sharpened way down. Sharpened way down. And probably broken off too. It's a little bit short. Let's see what the other blade looks like. Yep, same thing pretty much. Other than the blades, the handles, the shield looks pretty decent. Let's see who made this. So it's only marked High Carbon Steel USA. That's all it says on that blade there. And I don't see anything on the other blade. It's an old one, that's for sure. We'll see if we can do something with this knife right here. All right, folks. Well, that's today's picks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there's something in that handful you're looking forward to seeing faced up. So it's Friday today, and I'm going to get this video posted. It'll be out at my usual 5 o'clock p.m. time, Eastern Standard Time. And I just wanted to say the grab bag series has been a lot of fun, but it is time consuming. It takes me pretty much the whole day to clean these knives up. And so I'm going to cut back on the grab bag series videos to one a week. And we may do that on Monday. I'll grab a handful on Friday and then fix them up Monday and then post that video Monday afternoon. I like to take the weekend off and spend it with my wife. I just got a notice on my phone. We're going to get 5 to 10 inches of rain along the East Coast here. Yeah, so like I said, I do enjoy the grab bag series, but it is pretty time consuming. So if I cut back to one a week, that'll afford me the time to get back to work on my book that I've been writing, my latest book. And then also I can start working on these fixed blades. So a lot of you might be interested in seeing those. I've got all those Colonial blade blanks that I bought. And I'm going to be making custom handles and guards and sheaths for those knives. So I'm looking forward to getting started on those, and cutting back a little bit on the grab bag will afford me the time to do some of these other things. And then this might sound a little bit weird to a lot of you watching, but where I live, winters are the best time of year to be doing work outside and that kind of thing, when it's drier and cooler. And so I plan on a shop renovation this winter, a pretty major renovation on my shop. Not this shop, but my other shop. And it needs a lot of work. The roof is leaking, and it's used to be pretty well organized like this shop is, but it's kind of in disarray here lately. So I've got to do a lot of work fixing that up. And I may include that whole process in videos. If that's something you're interested in seeing, leave it down in the comments. I've got some antiques down there I'd like to display. And for anybody who's not aware, my grandfather was a blacksmith and a World War I veteran, and I have a lot of his tools. And I have one of his forge blowers. It's a Sturtevant forge blower that I restored years ago. It's a big heavy thing that I have mounted on the wall in that other shop. And I'd like to show that to you in a video one day. And maybe some of the other tools that a lot of them I still use. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, folks. I really appreciate you watching. Please leave me a comment, hit the like button, all that stuff. Really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a great weekend. This is Dave. See you in the next one.